Welcome back to Mcoc AlBundyRules. I got the Summoner Showdown Chapter 1, the silver level of difficulty, looking at the same low as King Groot. We got Ebb and Flow Intercept. Defender has protection, reducing incoming by 60%. Intercept can remove the protection. Also Intercept, dealing the opponent's dash with basic attack, grants the attacker a passive fury. We have Rise to Power. Defender is knocked down, 4-second timer starts while active. Defender lands a hit into the block, and 30% power, stun immunity, and divine barrier. Mystics every 10 seconds a timer, immune to nullify, fate seal on that. So anyways, we see that main things. Mainly he's going to be stun immune, which you don't really want to rely too much on stun on this King Groot anyway. And we also are going to have, you will need to intercept. Intercept is key, and I'm already starting off the fight pretty bad. It might sound pretty bad. What is this, an 800,000 health pool or some ridiculous amount against a 4-star? Might look bad. I lost half my health, but guess what? I ain't worried at all because I have, I'm like, let me bring in Rogue, because Rogue is going to be able to take his Dragon, be able to take Fury, be able to do all kinds of crazy nonsense, and I can do this fight all day. Is this fight going to take a little bit? Yeah, it will take a little bit, but let's look at some strategy to make it a little faster. One of the things that's going to be key here is this protection. So when the protection is there, I'm going to be doing very little damage. I have to remove the protection. So I have to do that by intercepting. The easiest, safest way to intercept is when they have no bars of power. So I prefer like the backdraft intercepts quite often. So what I'll be doing is try to set them up, keep them under a bar of power, and then try to get that backdraft intercept is going to be the key. I'll be looking at the health. When I need health, I'll go for an S1, especially when he's got the regeneration. If it's going to be the big time, I'm going to try to do it. But I'm also going to try to make sure I use the specials when protection is down, as much as humanly possible, because I need the bigger numbers. I also brought with the team mainly a crit team. I figured some extra critical damage could be good, critical rating, for getting some higher yellow, as we're seeing right there. That was my rationale. I went kind of old school on a critical rating team. That was like an old school style. You don't see that too much anymore, but I figured it could be beneficial for Rogue under these circumstances. You see how I am trying to get him under a bar of power, intercept for protect, get the protection off. Once I got that protection off, I'm trying to go ballistic on him, bait those things out, and do specials. When I'm good on health, after I get the protection down, I'm trying to do the S2s for higher level of damage. When I have lower on health, I'm trying to go for those S1s again. I'm trying to ensure I use the specials when the protection is down. You see protection up, I'm going to backdrop, intercept, protections down, I get a Fury, and I did an S2 for some nice little damage right there. So not OP damage by any way, but the big thing about Rogue is she's going to be super sustainable, so you can make a mistake, you don't have to stress out, you don't have to freak out, you can take a little bit of block damage, you can just kind of play around. Is it going to take a little bit? Yeah. Ooh, and I've taken some serious. Ooh, got ugly quick. He's only at 81%. I'm down to 17%. It's looking bad for me, right? Intercept S1. Stole the regeneration. Stole some health. I'm back up to 29. And got the regeneration. I'm hitting the block to keep the regeneration active. I'm not fighting too hard to keep the buffs active with Rogue when I steal them with Nameless, just because it's a risky fight. I figure I'm going to have tons of opportunities to get buffs, so I'm not going to fight overly hard to keep them. If I have a chance like just there to get a little bit of extra health, I'm going to, but I'm not going to get myself knocked out trying to overly extend the buffs either. And I am going there. We'll see. I should have done an intercept there before I went for the special. I just got a little focused on my health. My health's slower than I want it to be. I went ahead and got the intercept there. Got the protection down, did an S1, got that extra damage. So it's about combining that. It's about properly timing your intercepts, getting the protection down, preferably around the times when you're good to launch a special. Again, if you're using Rogue like I'm using here, watching that health. When you see a buff that he's got that he wants, which is regeneration, if they're stacked on Furies, trying to keep the Furies is going to be really, really hard, honestly, and very risky on this fight. So even though I could can speed this fight up drastically by stealing the Furies and trying to go to town and keep it up, it's going to get way more complicated and risky. So I'd rather play the safe but steady approach, do the tortoise approach, kind of take my time, smack a dab into that Nameless King Groot. You're trying to get out that dang protection. He didn't want to come into my baited intercept attempt, so I'm going to try again. I'm back and intercept, and there we go. Launch that S1 with the protection down and that Fury up. Give me some good health, and I'm back up to pretty close to full health. Look at that. I'll go up and down. I'll be like kind of a yo-yo in this fight with my health, and I don't care because I can continuously get health pretty much almost on demand here. Between the regeneration, the large chunks right there, as long as I don't take too many smacks upon my head that makes me just take a face first dirt dab, then I should be able to recover. But I gotta be careful, because if I get a little too cocky, if I get a little too ahead of myself, if I get a little too secure in my ability to keep healing, that's where the big mistakes happen. It takes one big mistake to end this fight, right? So we see that S1 again, where our 1 bar of power, as we notice, I'm mainly focusing on trying to bait out that S1, easier to evade, just a little bit smoother for me. Along the way, if I have to do the S2, I can. I'll probably, if I do push them to an S2, even though 9 out of 10 times I have a pretty easy time Dexing out that S2, I probably won't want to risk it, because if I get hit with one poison, the fight's probably going to be over. So I don't want to risk it, especially this late in. I've lost my hit count a few times, so I have no clue what my hit count is at this point, but I know it's pretty dang high, and I don't even got him at half health yet, yeah? So I don't want to start over, man. No, this takes a little while. This takes a little bit of effort, especially trying to go for a solo. Probably be a little quicker and easier. Might be other champs that might work on here. I really wanted to go for a solo though, so this is not going to be the fastest route by far, but I was thinking it was probably going to be the safest, most secure option, just to make sure I get him down on one attempt, which just sounded kind of fun. Do I get any golden cookie brownness points for a solo? Not to my knowledge. I don't even think there's rewards for this whole thing, but you know what, it's kind of fun just to say, you know what, I stole this fool. Yeah, this fool. I pity the fool. Alright, you little fool. So I see him going. I'm trying to bait out that S1. He doesn't really want to do it. Now his protection is backing up. So doing a little tango dance. My control started going a little cuckoo on me. But so be it. Get out that protection. You saw how I did that intercept right before the 1 bar of power. So some of my main key takeaways, if you want to use this strategy, again, watch the power. Try to time your intercepts right before they go to a full bar of power. That way you don't get special intercepted, because that sucks, and one special intercept could end the fight, highly likely. And make sure to time those intercepts when they get that protection down, and allow yourself to try to do your specials when the protection is down and that Fury is up from the intercept as much as possible. Sometimes you might have to throw specials in outside. I'm not too worried about the recoil, because I'm running suicides at 5%. I'm launching tons of specials because I can get pretty much unlimited heal on command right here. I can steal his regeneration, I can steal his health. Big thing is, before I steal the health, I gotta try to remember as much as possible, I want that protection down. If I'm stealing his health with the protection up, I'm going to get less health. And I want those big chunks. You'll see me get some big bad chunks of health at times. As I finally got him under 50%. How long's this been by now? I don't know. It's been a minute or two, or 8 maybe? I don't know. This fight's been going on, so that's okay. We'll keep going, because as long as we get it done, that's what matters. If we take a few minutes, or many more than a few minutes, look at us just smack dab him, take his health, add some insult to injury. Now I need to go ahead, bait that out, get rid of that protection through an intercept, but I pushed him back up to 1 bar of power, so I'm going to try to be careful on the intercept. I did see a very clean one, so I took it. I tend to be cautious on intercepts when they have a bar of power, especially in a fight that I've been fighting this long. However, if I'm confident, I'm going to go for it. But a missed intercept at this stage can easily end this fight. Even though I can heal, if I go to 0, I can't heal from 0, right? 0 multiplied by a large amount is still gonna be 0. So again, smack a dab, try and keep him in the back, trying to keep myself from being cornered, which is pretty easy on this fight to keep myself from being cornered, which is good. Fights that I keep getting pushed against the wall make me a little anxious. I like to keep control of the ground. That's a big thing for me. I like to keep their back against the wall. I like to give myself a little space to tap dance, do a little bit of hokey pokey, shake my foot about, take that help live still, smack a dab uppercut, and there we go. Kind of hit him on up, bait out that uppercut, try to get out the special. I got him down to a third now. Look at this, 2/3 down, 1/3 to go. 183 hit combo, and I've broken my combo hit. I've taken a few smacks and some misintercepts and some miscues that I've been able to heal from, so I have way more than 191 hits into this fight. This is going to be a lot of hits by all said and done, but you know what? We're going to do it. I got him past 2 bars of power. Normally I would dex out of this, but I dexed a little bit of it, but I was trying to be the careful approach. I'd rather just take a little bit of block damage and re-heal than try to dex out, take a poison, and lose this fight at this stage, because losing this fight at 10 minutes in, I would be annoyed. I would be upset. I would be talking smackety dab all over the dang place. But you know what? And of course I got the rest of my team I could use to finish it, but that defeats the point. That's not what I want to do here. When I want to solo, normally I don't care about a solo. It depends on the fight, I guess, right? Sometimes, a lot of times, I'm just going for completion. I just want to get them down. I don't mind a collaborative team effort to get them down, but this is different. This isn't about doing a whole completion, about a path and trying to get there. This is about the boss fight. Get him down. So I want to get him down. I want to get him down hard. Ooh, and I missed my timing. I am lucky I didn't get punished. Thankfully, I had mostly full health, so if he had punished me, I probably would have survived that, but that was close. The timing just did not work there. I just seemed to have a little lag as I was trying to push the button. I'm still having some control issues in these fights with some of these unpredictable control issues. I think parry mostly works these days. Dex mostly kind of sometimes, but my controls just seem to be doing weird random things, or maybe my iPad got possessed by the Nameless King Groot soul or something. I don't know. I'm just trying to make me do some unannounced inverted weirdness. So I'm telling you, occasionally my stuck controls are doing something I'm not telling them to do, nor my fingers are telling them to do, nor my telepathically telling them to do. Sometimes the game controls are taking them on of their own, but not too much. It's only been a couple times so far in this fight, but not more than from which I can recover. Another reason I like Rogue. I know I'll make some mistakes. I ain't no perfect player, nor would I ever pretend to be. I just like to try to have fun, not stress my out over silliness. You don't get no golden cookies for being the best at swiping and tapping, right? But we get those rewards from getting it done, even if we're not really getting rewards for this fight, but so be it. Anyway, I just kind of walked myself into a corner of, why am I doing this fight when I don't think I really get anything out of it? Or maybe a profile pick or some nonsense I don't give a rat's rear about. Why would I care about a silly profile pick? Anyway, let's just keep hitting him. I just want to beat him to say, I beat him down. I beat him hard. I beat this 800,000 health pool with my little 4-star rogue, who by most people is considered one of the lower mutant champs in the game. But you know what? She getting it done. She's showing you how I roll. She was one of my original favorite champs back years, 5 years ago, 6 years ago when I was new. That's why I got her to R5, because she was one of my first R5 4-stars actually, back when she was just a little she-devil, smackety dab, finish him off. And can't say that I really ever use her ever anymore, but you know what? She's making it shine as she blew that kiss to him. She said, you know what, Nameless? Here's a little kiss. You going down, sucker. You going down. Take out the protection. Give me some of your health lives too. Even know what? Give me some of those furies too. I probably won't keep those furies because I'm not going to risk the fight just to keep up a couple furies by trying to touch him, but I am going to kind of play around with him. Now I'm just taunting him. I got him down to 9%. Take out protection. Get some more health. Get myself as high as possible. Play it safe. Do not make a dumb mistake. Have him throw his little ball and chain arm thingy-majiggy. Protection. I see protection. Gotta break it, so I am going to go for the intercept in smooth, clean intercept. Hit S1, lifesteal, regeneration, stolen. Oh yeah, baby, trifecta. vector of destruction going on there. Look at him. He don't know what's going on. He's getting beat down by this little green and yellow girl. She was on her way to a Oakland Athletics baseball tryout in this uniform color type of stuff and got lost, beating up this Nameless Groot, beating him down. I don't care. I don't need you 800,000 health pool, you silly fool. Take that. Sure, that took me half an eternity and 592 hits, but you know what? It's done, right? It's done. So it works. Follow the strategy I show between the protection, the intercept, the S1 and S2 cycling, using the special when the protection's down, and you'll be good. It might take a little bit. You might need to pause, take a little nap in between, get yourself a little snack, but you'll be good. Don't forget to click that top left icon, subscribe to Mcoc, AlBundyRules, turn those notifications on, check out my other content playlists, all my other goodies. Thanks as always so much for watching.